Hello once again, my people, it is I, Veed, and welcome back to Temptation's Ballad. I just want to make sure I flicked it open the right way. Last episode, a lot of things happened. Mostly, I got demonetized, and, Sid's parents are cute. And Cole is being a tsundere about magic. Basically is what basically happened. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Cole's mouth watered as he shoveled another helping of cheesy potatoes into his hungry maw. Cheesy potatoes, girl! Don't make me hungry. Don't make me hungry. Just don't do it. His taste buds were singing as his entire being was on the verge of tears from sheer ecstasy. This is the most delicious thing I've ever tasted. He wiped the tears from his eyes and continued wolfing down his food. Ilya chuckled as she added another plate of hot sandwiches to the table. My, what a platter. Eat as much as you would like, my dear. There's plenty more. I usually cook a lot to feed this big guy over here. Mom! I mean, he is big and growing, and let me tell you, he is big and he is... he is beefy, bitch. Sid flushed and scratched his head. I mean, Mom's cooking is good, but surely it's not as mind-blowing as you're making it out to be. Come on, man, you didn't grow up with Hamish's dirty cooking. This is heavenly. You don't even know how good you've got it, do you? The other mercenaries don't cook? Cole stuffed half a sandwich down his throat and shrugged. They just throw things into the oven and hope for the best. Oh, that's not... wow. In case you don't know, hi. She does cooking for a living. And, just seeing that just makes me go, oh god! Just throwing things in the oven and just see what happens? No. First off, you gotta time it out good. First off, you gotta make sure that the ingredients are right. Third off, you gotta prep. You gotta prep things. So in that way, it's like all good. Because I was like, first off, hi, I do pizza shit mostly. So I was just like, obviously, you gotta get like the dough. You gotta like, you know, like flip it, you know, make sure that it's thin enough, you know, make sure that, like, no air bubbles in there, really, because air bubbles, as good as they are, doesn't really do anything good for a pizza. And then you gotta put on ingredients that you want to go to, and then put it in the oven, and depending on the temperature, you gotta make sure that you know, put it in there for a certain amount of time, or else it's gonna burn. So no. That's not how you do cooking. You don't just put things into an oven and see what happens. Most of the time, our dinner is just salad and burnt meat. Cole suddenly felt the weight shift of his pocket as Malice slithered out and onto the table. The black snake flicked his tongue curiously at the food before attempting to snatch a small piece of ham. Dude, what are you doing? The snake ignored him and struggled at mouthing the ham for several moments before spitting it back out. Curse this horrid body! I cannot chew any of this delicious food! Puny mortal, you must eat in my stead! Are you crying? I was so looking forward to enjoying the pleasures of the material plane. Food and drink, sightseeing, and maybe a hot bath. This world cannot describe my utter distraught. The little snake uncoiled and flopped his head melodramatically. Puny mortal, you must eat in my stead. Our senses are linked, so I am able to taste whatever you taste. Alas, it is not the same as eating myself, but it will have to do. Cole sighed and began buttering another slice of cheesy toast. Am I going to be compensated for my tour guide services? Your payment is the satisfaction of a job well done. Ow! Malice wailed indignantly as Cole flicked a chunk of hot cheese at his face. Fool! You are wasting this precious food! I love Malice. Wow, no, he's... okay, never mind. No need to forget about Malice. I love him. He's great. The snake turned toward Ilya and Renee and bowed deeply. Esteemed mortals, your culinary skills are truly awe-inspiring. Thank you for inviting us into your abode. The two old birds exchanged surprised looks. My, what a polite little pet you have there. Thank you for the kind words. It's gratifying to have my cheese-making skills finally be recognized. Cole glanced up between bites of food. Are you a cheesemaker? I haven't seen you eat a lick of this stuff since we got here. Renee's head slumped in deep melancholy. Indeed, I am a cheesemaker. Alas, I was born with the curse of lactose intolerance and cannot even taste my own creations. Oh. I feel you there, homeboy. Okay, no, correction. So, my body is, like, semi-lactose intolerant. It's like, sometimes if I eat cheese or if I eat something with dairy, it's very, like, hit or miss, pretty much. However, if I drink just, like, full-on milk, like, milk by, like, the carton that isn't, like, lactose-free, oh, nah, I get the shits, dude. That shit hurts. So it's like, it's always usually a hit or a miss when it comes to, like, cheese or, like, food that contains it. But if it's milk from the goddamn carton that isn't lactose-free, I hope that nobody come visits me during that time, or else the bathroom is not going to be great. Let me just tell you that right now. At least not without dire repercussions. You chose to become a cheesemaker despite being unable to eat it? What drove you to do such a thing? Rene puffed out his chest feathers proudly. Sometimes life deals you an unfair hand of cards, and I cannot help but fight back out of spite. Cheesemaking is my passion. Few treasures in the world can equal the creamy goodness of well-made cheese. Let this be a lesson to you young'uns. Never give up on your dreams no matter the consequences you encounter. Speaking of which, I must take my leave. Axia's annual Firefly Festival begins tomorrow, and I must prepare my cheese cart for the occasion. If I manage to impress a few nobles with my exquisite cheese, I may finally get an investor for the cheese shop of my dreams. Sounds like a losing battle, honestly. Who's gonna invest in a lactose-intolerant cheesemaker? Ah! Cole wins as Artemy kicked him under the table. Me! I am Artemy. Kick that bitch. And it was already halfway out the door and didn't hear any of it. Fellow youngins, thank you again for taking care of our little Sid. Dad! He left. Ilya smiled as she made her way around the table to refill everyone's teacups. Your father's right. We were so worried when you said you wanted to become an adventurer. It's such a dangerous occupation. But now that we know that you have such capable companions, I can worry a little less. What's on your mind? Who am I kidding? I'm still worried sick. Ilya reached out and clutched Artemy and Cole's hands tightly. Oh, it's the worry of a mother. It's the worry of a mother, I know, because my mom does this to me all the fucking time. Please, take care of my little boy. He's my only son, and I can't stand the thought of him getting hurt. Sid is a big, strong boy, but he's got a sensitive side and needs someone to look out for him. Won't you two humor an old word and promise to look out for little Sid for me? Cole and Artemy stared in shock. Ilya's eyes were furrowed in deep, pleading anxiety. Oh no, it's mothers. Oh no, please just say yes. Please just say yes. Be a good boy. Artemy's chest lurched painfully with an ugly feeling, but she swallowed it back down. Mom, don't do this in front of my new friends. Very well, Lady Ilya. Your compassion and concern for your son is truly inspiring. I pledge to support and to protect Sid to the best of my ability. I swear it upon my honor as a holy knight. Yeah, what she said. Ilya let in an adoring coo. Oh, Sid, your friends are so cute. Sid buried his face in his bowl of porridge with a crumb. Me! Oh, same, dude, same. Any dignity of this, any dignity of coolness I hope... Oh, wait, no, that's Sid. Any dignity of coolness I hope to have in this adventuring party is dead. Aw, don't sweat it, little baby Siddy. You're safe with us. Sid tried to stop, but choked as he accidentally inhaled a lungful of porridge. Me. I feel that. As the party cheerfully continued wolfing down their food, Ilya made certain to speak to each of them privately. Now, who should she talk to first? Why not talk to Sid? Sid, dear? Yeah, Mom? Ilya smiled gently as she pulled Sid aside. Dear, I just wanted to tell you that I'm very proud of your decision to become an adventurer. I'd like to apologize if I have been too discouraging before. I'm just very worried about you. But now that I know that you're in capable hands, I can worry a little less. Slightly less. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm still worried out of my mind, but you must keep doing what makes you feel happy. Aw, thanks, Mom. You really don't need to fuss so much, though. I mean, I've got the creator's chosen and the son of the world's greatest mercenary on my team. I'm pretty sure I'll be fine. You don't ever want to say that. I say that all the time, but I know that even then, it's never like a 100% guarantee that you'll be fine. Trust me, I'm having problems with it at home. I've had problems at it with home. Trust. You're right, you're right. I just can't help but worry, you know? I mean, I am your mother after all. But yes, you've done a good job in choosing your companions. Ilya's worried frown suddenly melted into a teasing smile. By the way, you're still very young. Why not? Oh god, Mom, please don't give me the grandchildren talk now. Why, of course not. Whether or not you have children is solely your decision. But I'm just saying, you should take advantage of your youth while you've got it. Your new companions seem like a good stock. Go out there, go on some dates, and experience some new things. Mom, don't make this weird. We just met yesterday. Plus, Artemy's a knight of the church. I'm pretty sure she's got like an oath of celibacy or something. Well, what about Cole? He seems like a charming young man. She knows! She knows even if he doesn't! Honestly, okay, no joke. My mom was also this way with me, because when I was little, I used to walk in my mom's heels, and that was like, I guess, like the first sign. But it was like literally like the moment I came out of the womb, mi tia, like my aunt, looked at my mom and was like, "That boy's fucking gay." She was like, "What?" And she was like, "Yep, mark it now." And here I am. Hola, mama. What? No! Why would I ever be into Cole? I'm not gay! Ilya squinted doubtfully. You spent your entire childhood prattling on about that really buff and attractive mercenary man. That doesn't count! Really? You spent- there should be a space there. You spent an awful amount of time fascinated about that man's chest muscles, though. I'm serious, Mom. Honestly, me too. Honestly, all that coding right there to make an S, me fucking too, bitch. Me too. Shira, I hope you're watching. I'm serious, Mom. I'm sure I'm not gay. That'd be really weird. Yeah, say it louder. I'm sure you'll convince someone eventually. Again, I do not understand what is preventing you from being happy. Shut it, Artie. Let him talk. Ilya's brow furrowed with concern. Why are you getting so worked up about this? Sid, I hope your father and I never gave you the impression that we disapprove. You're free to love whomever you choose. Really? I always thought... Sid, when did this come about? If there's something bothering you, please let me know. Oh, he thought that they would be mad at him if he was gay. Oh, no. Oh, mi corazón, weón. Well, Sid fidgeted uncomfortably. Do you remember that prestigious academy that you sent me to when I was younger? You know, the one where you and Dad spent all of your savings to pay the tuition? And I ended up sucking really bad at and the school picked me out. Picked me out or kicked me out? Girl. A deathly glare washed across Ilya's face. Yes, those teachers had the gall to claim you lacked any intellectual merit. The nerve! Well, I had to get back there and give them peace of my mind. No. This isn't about the teachers. Sid scratched his head awkwardly. During my time there, the other students kind of picked on me a lot. Specifically for crushing on the guys there. Not that I actually did, of course. I guess I just gave off that impression. A heartbroken look fell across Ilya's face as she clutched her chest. Oh no! Bird's gonna fight. Mom's gonna fight! Oh, Sid. Why didn't you tell us about this? Well, I mean, I completely wasted you and Dad's life saving from getting expelled. I didn't want to disappoint you guys even more. Ilya smiled and rested a warm hand on her son's shoulder. Ah! Dear, you are never a disappointment. Please, whatever you choose to do, you have my full support. Be it in matters of career or love. If you like this Cole fellow, go for it. Though you might want to keep on your toes. Bards tend to be prickly where you least expect it. You mean like physically prickly, or... Oh, no, it's a metaphor, dear. I mean, we obviously can tell, obviously, fucking with Clyde. With Clyde? I still want to know about that. A whole entire bullshit. Cole? Collodi Bonebreaker? The fuck? Although, I once knew this bard who cast polymorph incorrectly, and... oh, never mind. That's highly inappropriate. Ilya cleared her throat loudly. Now then, let us focus on a far more important topic. Ilya smiled as she casually reached for a bottle at the kitchen table. What? What the fuck? What's going on with you? Glass shattered across the room and unfailing rage overtook her. Who hurt you? These classmates of yours want names and addresses. Mom, please, you can't pick a fight with these people. Oh, don't you worry about your Oma. I've killed a man or two back in my day. What the fuck? Girl, I love her. I love her. She is going to cut, she is going to prowl, and she is going to motherfucking stab, dude. Ooh woo. What? Please, calm down. It was just some light bullying. Which is why I can't let them off the hook. What kind of messages did they send? Bullying is okay so long as you don't get caught? I ain't having it. Mild panic flooded through Sid's chest as he tried to ease his mother back into her seat. Sure, maybe, but you don't have to be the person to do this. I have the advantage here. Either I kick the shit out of them, or they have to suffer through the social scrutiny of fighting an old lady. It is a win-win, baby. Me, I love her. I love Ilya. I want nothing bad to happen to her. Artemy chipped in from across the room. Are we riding into battle? If so, you have my full support, Mrs. Shrikewood. Count me in too. I kind of just want to see where this goes. Don't enable this! Everybody sit back down! Me too, bitch. Me too. As a partly, alright. So, now who should we talk to next? Let's go Cole. So, Bardic magic. How exactly does it work? Ilya had ushered Cole aside to the table lined with several glass bottles. The old bird's eyes beamed with enthusiasm. She was clearly thrilled to pass on her magical skills to her youngster. Cole couldn't help but smile reluctantly. Oh, he's adorable. He's an asshole, but he's adorable. A chance to be openly excited about magic? It was a nice feeling. See here, Cole. Bards are a peculiar class of magic users. We are not as flashy as those fireball-shooting wizards, nor are we as supportive as clerics with their healing spells. Our greatest strength is with our cunning minds and subtle misdirection. Ilya clapped her hands together with a sly grin. Young man, I'm about to teach you the most useful spell in a bard's arsenal. Ooh, is it the flirty one? Bitch, is it the flirty one? Mage Hand? Cole squinted, unimpressed. Isn't that just a weak cantrip that moves stuff around? Indeed. Yet with a bit of creativity, this spell can easily save lives and turn battles. It's also very useful for cleaning up the kitchen and for other chores. The possibilities are endless. Ilya's voice suddenly dipped dangerously low. Ooh! Many years ago, I spotted a gang of neighborhood hooligans bullying my young son. He was just a wee child back then. With the power of Mage Hand, I invisibly bitch-slapped those suckers from 30 feet away. Repeatedly. Run as they might, those hooligans never escaped my grasp. And thus, the legend of the bitch-slapping ghost persists amongst the Market District children to this day. Me, I told Ilya, this... Ilya deserves everything and anything that is good to her. Okay, I love this bird woman, and this bird woman is honestly probably my mom also, okay, because she's a bad bitch just like her. Let's go. You beat up a bunch of kids? Listen, dearie. You don't fuck with my son. I am fully prepared to throw hands with a child if I must. Me? Yeah, I mean, I never do anything that puts Sid in danger. I'm just that kind of responsible boss. Cole gulped. She's about to bitch slap you too. Anyway, how does Mage Hand work? Ilya gestured towards the kitchen table that was lined with bottles. Imagine within your mind the shape of a hand. Now, reach out with your arcane magic and imagine that hand grasping one of those bottles. Ilya flicked out her hand in demonstration. Soundlessly, one of the bottles began floating in the air as though lifted by an invisible force. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Keep in mind, dear, that Mage Hand is still a rather weak cantrip and can only lift around 5 pounds. Why don't you give it a try? Cole stepped forward, clenching and unclenching his hand self-consciously. Okay, just reach out with my mind, right? I got this. Cole raised an open palm and furrowed his brows. Wisps of magic flickered from his hand as he concentrated on a bottle on the table. One of the bottles abruptly topped over and spilled cider onto the kitchen floor in a waterfall of ale. He gotta practice. I did it! Kinda? Sorry for the mess, Mrs. Shrikewood. Excellent job for your first attempt, dearie. Don't even worry about it. Just keep practicing and you'll get the hang of it in no time. Ilya magically vanished and cleaned the spill with the demonstrated weight of her hand. Cole watched her casual spellcasting with fascination. See, this is the Cole that I want. Someone that's like a little goody, like a little cheery little boy. I love him. Instead of him being a fucking slutty asshole. Whoa, that's so cool. Sure wish we could magically clean stuff back home. This would be so useful at the bar. And the supply closets. I'm sure I could teach you that as well, young man. Cleaning objects is one of the functions of prestidigitation. No, it's not that. It's just... my papa's got a pretty traditional mindset about magic. He's always going on about how magic is for a weak and all that good jazz. Ilya raised her brow with a hint of amusement. Well, that's utter hogwash. Magic is a part of you that must be trained and mastered, just like those muscles your father is so proud of. You owe it to yourself to nurture your strengths, dear. Would you like me to give your father a firm talk? I could be quite persuasive. Cole almost snorted out a laugh before disguising it as a cough. I mean, he's not gonna listen, but still. You? Against my papa? He eyed the tiny little woman doubtfully. Ilya laughed and puffed up her feathers proudly. Oh, don't you worry about me, lad. I'm not afraid of a few buff men. I deal with worse every night with this very tavern. I'll, give it some thought. Thanks, Mrs. Shrikewood. Would you mind if I, drop by occasionally for more magic lessons? Friends of my little Sid are always welcome here. Oh, I can't wait to teach you all the tricks I've learned in my youth. We bards ought to stick together. I love her. I love her. That's the mom that yes, my mom. That would probably be my mom's persona. Let's be totally fucking real here. Cole nodded eagerly. A place where he could be openly excited about magic. He felt a surprised amount of weight lift from his shoulders at the mere thought of it. Alright, and finally, we gotta go with Joanna Artemy Gautier. Artemy Joanna Gautier. Artemy blinked and sat up straight as Ilya approached her with a smile. Artemy, was it? I just wanted to say that it's wonderful to have you here. I'm very grateful and relieved to know such a capable knight will be working with my son. It's a great comfort to a stressed mother's heart. Artemy gulped nervously and bowed. You flatter me. I am simply performing my duty. Oh dear, you look rather troubled since you've arrived here. I hope that we're not making you uncomfortable. No, we're just making her uncomfortable because of the relationship that she has with her mom. Period. Set and done. Not at all. Everyone here has been wonderful. Sorry if I am appearing glum. I just have a lot on my mind. I see. Well, sweetheart, if you ever need to talk to someone, this old bird is happy to lend an ear. Artemy bowed her head stiffly. You are very kind, Lady Ilia. Amused laughter erupted from Ilia as she covered her smiling face. Lady Ilia? Who's flattering who again? You could just call me Ilia, dear. Artemy stumbled through her words as a self-conscious flush spread across her cheeks. Well, she doesn't know that. She's just like, well, I just want to give everyone, like, the proper bit of, you know... what's the word that I'm looking for? Whatever. Usted. I can't think of the word right now, fuck. Politeness! That's what it is. I cannot possibly. Perhaps Mrs. Shrikewood would be okay? I'm sorry if I'm too forward. Sweetheart, you needn't apologize so much. Let me assure you that you are a wonderful guest. Sorry, I just... Artemy caught herself and snapped her mouth shut. I'm just at a loss for words often. You're very different from what I imagined, Mrs. Shrikewood. In what way? As an innkeeper, a bird, or a fellow lady? As a mother. A surprised look spread across Ilia's face. Artemy stiffened nervously. Apologies if that was too forward. Ilia's about to fucking fight Katrina if she finds out. And honestly, I am ready for that mom-on-mom battle. Ilia laughed and waved a hand dismissively. Oh, it's fine. You're not the first person to mention it. Renette and I get it a lot, actually. I admit that two tiny birds raising up the hulking badger as their son is a rather humorous image. No, it's not about that. I just thought that you would be more stern or strict. It is very bewildering to see everyone here conversing so casually. Are all families like this? Ilia's plumage drooped as she stared at Artemy slightly for a moment. She then hastily leaned across the table to refill Artemy's tea and fill her plate with more bread. Are all families like this? I'd hope so, though I know firsthand that this is not always the case. Is everything all right, dear? Artemy took her teacup and stared into the steaming contents quietly. I want Ilia to fight Katrina in the Safeway parking lot, just like how my sister's gonna curb stomp TK. I mean, that's not really a secret anymore. I mean, it's just happening. It happens all the time on my Twitch. By the way, follow me, twitch.tv/VitaSpinoza. I can confess that I regularly got into an argument with my own mother and might be projecting somewhat. We were rarely on good terms, but today I lost my temper and actually yelled back at her. The aghast horror that she felt in that moment of the outdoor cafe was overwhelming. Artemy sighed and took a deep sip of her tea. I've been feeling non-stop in my duties lately, and now I'm afraid that I just added fuel to the fire. Ilia stared at Artemy in bewilderment for a solid minute before bursting out in a fit of laughter. Uh-oh. You're stressed out because you talked back to your mother for the first time? Oh my goodness, dear. Oh, you are truly too sweet for this cruel world. When I was your age, my mother and I were constantly at each other's throats, and my sister was much worse. Actually, you're what, 20 years old? I think we've already ran away from home at that point. You and your sister ran away from home? Yes, and then we stole a boat and sailed as far as the sea would take us. Ilia smiled nostalgically and sighed. Listen to me, dear girl. Having the strength to stand up for yourself is a trait that you should be immensely proud of. I know in our youth, we always imagine our parents as these perfect people who automatically know what's best for you. Utter hogwash. If I had learned anything from my time as both mother and daughter, it is that I know absolutely nothing, and neither does anyone else. Me! But you're a mother yourself. Surely you'd prefer your children to obey. Ilia snorted humorlessly. God, she really is my mom. This woman is my... Shiro, have you been spying on my mom? Excuse me. Would I prefer Sid taking on a safer job? Of course. But I also want my son to be happy. I want him to feel safe enough to speak his mind when something is bothering him. So, when he told me he wanted to become an adventurer, I adjusted my expectations. Family is a conversation, dear. If all you do is order your children about, you're just an awful cattle driver who will end up dying alone one day. Just like my mother. Artemy just gaped, her mind swimming aimlessly. Apologies. Oh, that came out more forcefully than I intended. She sat down next to Artemy and placed a comforting hand on her shoulder. Across Ilya's aged face, wrinkled with many years of history, was a soft, sympathetic smile. I understand that guilt that you must be feeling, but please remember that you deserve to be happy, and there is no shame in standing up for yourself in defense of that happiness. I see. I just realized that these two basically almost have the same tone of voice. Why do I have, like, the same 3 voices for everyone? Thank you, Mrs. Shrikewood. You've given me much to think about. Artemy cleared her throat. Her ears drooped timidly as she smiled up at Ilya. Say, apologize if I'm being too forward yet again, but would it be alright if I come by the Sparrow's Roost again in the future? Your wise words are quite comforting. Oh, come on. There we go. Come here. There we go. There we go. I was like, why aren't you scrolling more? Ilya laughs kindly. Of course. Any friend of Sid is welcome under my roof. I look forward to speaking with you again, dear. Aw, sweeties. I love them. Alright. And I think that I am going to go ahead and pause the episode right there. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Veed. I hope that you had a wonderful time watching this. I hope that you had a wonderful time watching me get to know more about each and every character. Learn that Ilya's mom is... Learn that Ilya is literally my mom. Ilya is, like, literally my mom. And it's making me a little homesick, but, I mean, it's fine. Make sure to hit that like, comment, subscribe button down below. You know, help a full YouTuber out. Make sure to hit that notification bell so no way to miss up on any of my uploads. I slurred against my words. And I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.